Hello everyone, it's us, the team at TV Days Drama Digest, back with an extensive, detailed look at today's dramatic episode of Days of Our Lives from March 27th. If you missed today's explosive events, sit back and read on, or check out our video, as we break down every twist, betrayal, and confrontation that unfolded in Salem. Today's episode was filled with shock, heartache, and more secrets than ever before, and we're here to share every dramatic moment with you. The jewelry thief and the fallout at the Horton mansion. The episode opened with a startling revelation that immediately set the stage for the day's turmoil. Melinda confided in Gabby that there was a jewelry thief living in her house. It wasn't long before the mystery deepened. Rumors quickly swirled that while Doug may have been responsible for stealing the precious necklace, another twist emerged. Leo was implicated for hiding it. Yes, Leo. The very man with whom Javi once believed he had found true love. This revelation sent shockwaves through the close-knit group in Salem. For Javi, who had trusted Leo completely, the news was a devastating blow. Gabby, already alarmed by the unfolding scandal, became fiercely opposed to any continuation of a relationship between Javi and Leo. Gabby's protective instincts kicked in, as she could not bear the thought of Javi being entangled with someone who might be hiding secrets, or, even worse, actively involved in criminal behavior. The scandal surrounding the necklace is a bitter reminder of the betrayals that have plagued Salem for years. With each passing moment, viewers are left to wonder who among the characters can truly be trusted, and how this theft might unravel more hidden truths about relationships and loyalties in town. The web of deceit. Sarah, Stephanie, and the forged letter. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of the necklace debacle, another tangled web of deception was being spun. Sarah, ever the schemer, decided that the time had come to push Stephanie into lying to protect a dark secret. We all know that Stephanie has been working in cahoots with Sarah to cover up the truth about Philip's cheating scandal, a secret involving a forged letter that Philip used to gain power at Titan. According to the rumors, Philip had resorted to using a fake letter as part of his schemes, and now, Sarah is determined to ensure that this secret stays hidden at all costs. In a calculated move, Sarah urged Stephanie to back up Xander's cheating accusation. Xander, convinced that Stephanie and Philip had been involved romantically behind Alex's back, fanned the flames of suspicion. However, true to form, Stephanie remained loyal and faithful to Alex despite the growing rumors. This complicated dynamic has put Stephanie in a near-impossible situation. On one hand, Sarah insists that Stephanie should pretend to believe Xander's claims in order to protect the forged letter secret. On the other hand, Stephanie is desperate to keep Alex from ever suspecting that she might have betrayed him. The internal conflict is intense. Stephanie's loyalty is being tested by the pressure to cover up Philip's deceit while also trying to preserve her own reputation with Alex. She is caught between the expectations of those around her and the painful truth that may soon be revealed. In one particularly tense moment, Stephanie warned Sarah that if Alex ever got wind of the truth, she would have no choice but to confess everything. This ultimatum underscores the enormous emotional stakes for Stephanie and the precarious nature of her current situation. Xander, Alex, and the unraveling of trust. The tension escalated further when Xander, convinced of the scandal, accused Philip of cheating on Stephanie. Xander's allegations added fuel to the fire, and soon, Alex was caught in the middle of the unfolding drama. Enraged by the insinuations and desperate for answers, Alex reacted violently towards Philip when he tried to admit his guilt. In a scene brimming with raw emotion, Alex's anger exploded as he confronted Philip, calling him out on every perceived betrayal. The confrontation was so intense that it forced Alex to reevaluate his understanding of the relationships around him. However, the situation took a turn when Alex, realizing that the matter was far too complex to be resolved with violence alone, decided that he needed to hear Stephanie's side of the story. In a quiet yet powerful moment, Alex cornered Stephanie and demanded that she tell the truth. With tears in her eyes, Stephanie was forced to confess about the forged letter, a secret she had hidden from both Philip and Sarah. Her confession not only aimed to clear the air about her own loyalty, but also to put an end to the rampant speculation that had torn the family apart. The raw honesty in Stephanie's confession was a turning point in the episode, yet it also opened up more questions. Could Alex ever fully forgive her for the deception? Would the truth about the forged letter ultimately repair or further break the trust between them? These questions lingered as the tension in Salem continued to build. The aftermath at the Horton mansion, Holly, Doug, and the fallout of betrayal. Not all the drama was confined to the intrigues of the DiMera family and their tangled relationships. At the Horton mansion, another confrontation took center stage, this time involving Doug, Julie, and the stolen necklace. Earlier, Doug had been kicked out of the mansion by Julie after being exposed for stealing the necklace, an act that had betrayed her trust during her most vulnerable moments. In a sequence filled with raw emotion, Julie confronted Doug about the theft. Despite his desperate apologies, where he admitted he was desperate, stupid, and deeply remorseful, Julie's heartbreak was overwhelming. She accused him of taking advantage of her when she needed him the most and refused to let him stay any longer. Doug, in his profound remorse, admitted that knowing Julie and being close to her had been the happiest time of his life, yet his betrayal had shattered everything. With his bags packed, Doug was forced to leave, his path leading him out of the Horton mansion and into the cold reality of the streets. It wasn't long before fate intervened. Holly, returning from a meeting with Doug at the park, noticed that something was off. Tate, who had already played a key role in exposing Doug's misdeeds, appeared unusually tense. Holly's suspicions grew when she learned through a conversation with Maggie that it wasn't Melinda who had revealed Doug's theft to Julie, but Tate. Overwhelmed by the truth, Holly confronted Tate about his betrayal. "My selfish boyfriend betrayed you," she exclaimed, her voice echoing the pain of the deception. Despite Tate's attempts to explain himself, Holly knew deep down that his actions had set off a chain reaction that might never be undone. Holly then reached out to Doug, informing him of Tate's treachery. This moment of clarity and support from Holly provided a glimmer of hope for Doug. In a heartfelt phone call, Doug confessed that he never had the chance to explain himself to Julie because she already knew the truth. Holly's offer of refuge, a place to shower and rest, was a small act of kindness amid the storm of betrayal. Yet, even this act couldn't fully mend the broken bonds or erase the pain of the day's revelations. The complex interplay of secrets and relationships. As the day unfolded in Salem, the myriad of secrets and betrayals revealed that every character is intertwined in an intricate web of deception. The shocking revelations about the necklace, the forged letter, and the infidelity accusations have left the community reeling. Each character's actions, whether it's Tate's betrayal, Stephanie's reluctant confession, or Doug's desperate apology, has set off a domino effect that will continue to impact the lives of those in Salem for weeks to come. For Alex, the episode was particularly harrowing. His confrontation with Philip and the subsequent forced confession from Stephanie have thrown his understanding of loyalty and trust into chaos. The man he once believed in, the man he thought was his rock, now stands revealed as someone capable of deep deception. This shattering of trust forces Alex into a painful reckoning. one that could potentially redefine his relationships with everyone involved. Similarly, for Julie, the emotional toll of the betrayal by Doug is enormous. The necklace wasn't just a piece of jewelry, it was a symbol of the trust she had placed in someone she loved, a trust that has now been irrevocably broken. Her heartbreak is mirrored in the reactions of other characters like Maggie and Holly, who all find themselves caught in the turbulent aftermath of these events. The fabric of Salem is being torn apart by these cascading betrayals, and the future of each relationship hangs in the balance. With every secret that comes to light, the emotional stakes grow higher, and the possibilities for further drama and redemption become all the more tantalizing. The questions that remain: will the scars ever heal? As we look back on the dramatic events of March 27th, several pressing questions remain. Will Doug ever find redemption in the eyes of Julie and the rest of Salem? Can Alex ever fully forgive Stephanie, and what will be the cost of that forgiveness? How will Holly cope with the betrayal by Tate, and will it drive a permanent wedge between them? Most importantly, with every character now forced to confront their deepest secrets and betrayals, can Salem ever return to a state of normalcy, or is chaos destined to rule the day? The truth is, in the world of Days of Our Lives, every revelation leads to another twist, and every heartbreak is just the precursor to a new beginning. The fallout from today's events has only deepened the emotional wounds of the characters, leaving them to navigate a landscape where trust is scarce and betrayal lurks around every corner. Doug's departure from the Horton mansion, the forced confessions, and the mounting guilt across multiple relationships all point to a turning point, a moment when the characters must decide whether to seek redemption, embrace forgiveness, or walk away from the chaos altogether. As viewers, we are left to wonder if these scars will ever heal, or if the darkness that has enveloped Salem will continue to fester, leading to even more explosive confrontations in the future. In conclusion, your thoughts and predictions. Today's episode was a masterclass in dramatic storytelling, weaving together multiple threads of betrayal, heartbreak, and the struggle for redemption into a tapestry that is as intricate as it is heartbreaking. The events of March 27th have shaken the very foundations of Salem, leaving characters like Doug, Julie, Alex, Stephanie, and Holly facing the consequences of their actions in ways they never imagined. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Doug will ever be able to mend the shattered bonds with those he's hurt, or is his fate sealed as he drifts further away from the ones he loves? Will Alex's trust in Stephanie be restored, or will the scars of deception prove too deep to heal? And what about Holly and Tate? Can their relationship survive the fallout of betrayal? Or will the truth drive them apart forever? Share your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. Here at TV Days Drama Digest, we thrive on your passionate insights and your love for the unpredictable twists and turns of Days of Our Lives. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey as we navigate the aftermath of today's dramatic events. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.